Hey, it is Sunday night. You know what that means? It's time for Learning with Lynn. So I'm Lynn Huber.
And I'm Richard.
And this is Richard. So I want to welcome you out today. I hope that I can see your comments tonight. So if you're here, be sure to say hi. And if you're watching the replay, be sure to type replay so we know you were here. So, yep, Anitra is on. Awesome. Hi, Anitra. Good. The comments are working. So let me do some things. I'm going to move some things around. Okay. So we are on our blog at onlinebeautybiz.com. And this is my blog. And let me actually, I think I can make that picture a little smaller. There we go. That way so you can see more of my screen. Okay, so this is my blog, onlinebeautybiz.com. On the right-hand side, you can sign up to be notified whenever I have a new post. And right below that is a search. So anything you want to learn, you can click on search and type search and find it. Plus, we have the categories here. So attraction marketing, face-to-face sales, Facebook parties. And if you go all the way down here, your daily 8 system, which is what we're working on right now. So hi, everybody. Hi, Karen. Hi, Aaron. Karen and Aaron. Hi, Tracy.
And Karen.
Haven't seen you for a while. Sherry, hi. So anything you need to learn about, there should be a training in here. If there's not, let me know, and because I'm always looking for things to train on. But so this is our blog. So today what we're going to talk about is the second post right here, using online fundraisers and events to grow your Avon business. Hi, Denise. Excuse me. So while that's loading, I'm just going to move my coffee over here so I can drink it. Okay, so we're going to talk about using online fundraisers. So again, we're still talking about our daily 8 system. And, COVID-19 is hitting everyone really hard. I mean, like during this time of dislocation, fear, trauma, nonprofits are struggling mightily. I mean, seriously, I did a live this morning about the American Cancer Society and making strides against breast cancer. I don't have those numbers in front of me, but it's like if things continue on the way they're going, thousands and thousands of people won't get help with the breast cancer. If they have breast cancer, they won't get the help they need because fundraising is like, everybody's unemployed. What is it? 30 million? How many people are
50
unemployed?
million, almost 60 million.
Almost 60 million people are unemployed in the United States. And so people don't have jobs. They don't have money, and they're not donating to these organizations. So this is a great way for us to build our business because it's the perfect time to use your Avon business as a force for good. And fundraising is one way to do so. Oh my gosh. So we're going to quickly go over that daily 8 system again. We do that every week. So growing your Avon business is actually pretty simple. There's really only 4 main steps. I should probably change that because there's really only 4. So the first one, prospecting for new customers and recruits. Number 2, getting a brochure to every single person on your list, every campaign. Number 3, follow up with every customer you got a brochure to and a couple of days before you place your order. And then number 4, take your order, submit it to Avon, deliver to your customer. Or if they order on your website, you don't have to worry about delivering it, right? And then number 5 is just rinse and repeat. You just do those same things over and over and over again, and you will build a huge business. You won't believe how big your business will grow if you do this consistently. And that's the key. You have to be consistent. But it's 1, 2, 3, 4, rinse and repeat. You guys, it's really not that hard. And so that's why we have the daily system. I created this for you to help you grow your business. It's a proven formula when followed consistently. The daily 8 plan is going to help you maintain the consistency that you need in order to build a thriving team and an exponentially expanding residual income. Because, hi, Tequila, good to see you. Because you guys, I've talked about this before, but one of the things, well, first off here, let me do this. We can click right here, print this sheet, and it opens up a PDF that you can print off, okay? And in that PDF is where you can track your, well, I'm trying to make it big so you can see it. So this is where you can track what you're doing. And the most important thing in growing your business is prospecting. It's getting new customers, new recruits. That's going to build your business. Once you get them, once you've prospected them, now you're going to do everything. You're going to give them a brochure every campaign. You're going to get a follow-up to them every campaign, right? But let's just say that tomorrow's Monday. So you go out tomorrow and you pass out brochures and you get names and you collect 3 names. Let's say you just collect 3 names. And then on Tuesday, you get 3 more names. And then on Wednesday, you get 3 more. By Friday, you're going to have 15 names. You're going to add those all to your list. You're going to make sure they get a brochure. You're going to do follow-ups with them before you place your order, etc., right? But then the next week, you're going to add 3 more on Monday, 3 more on Tuesday. That's 15 more names that week. So that now you have 30 people on your list. And the next week, you keep doing that, you're going to have 45 people on your list. And trust me, if you keep this up and you keep doing this, you're going to have a business that's so huge that you're going to be like, wow, I'm making a lot of money. I didn't know I could make this much money with Avon. You guys, Richard and I were able to pay off our house, pay off all of our cars, become completely debt-free, and quit our jobs within 6 years. It was about a year. We were in about a year before we saw that we could do that. We figured out the opportunity we had in our hand. But within 6 years, we were able to do this. And I'm telling you, this is how you do it. It's exponential. 15 people this week, then you got 30, then you have 45, then you have 60, and you just keep growing, right? The same thing for team members. You're prospecting for new team members. So if you ask people, would you be interested in learning more about selling Avon? Hey, we're in the middle of a COVID pandemic. Almost 60 million people are laid off. So I trust me, you have the ability to help them earn over $3,000 in their first 8 campaigns. You have an amazing opportunity. Why would you be afraid to tell them about that? Yeah, there's no bad to this. There's absolutely no bad side. You have the ability, if they're willing to do the work, you can help them earn over $3,000. Do you think $3,000 could save somebody's house? It's amazing. So don't be afraid to ask. Quit worrying about what will they think of me? Because you know what? I don't care what they think of me because I'm debt-free and I'm living the lifestyle I want to work and I don't have to go to work. So what they can think of me is that I don't have to go to work. If they think I'm stupid for selling Avon, that's their problem. I'm living my life of my dreams, right? So this is our daily 8 system. So this is it. So you can click here or here to download this PDF. You can print it off, and then we have a daily 8 challenge where we are going to recognize you. We're going to cheer you on. We're going to help you. You do not have to be on our team to be a part of this. Any Avon rep, you do have to be in our Online Beauty Biz Facebook group to be a part of it. And so here's a link right here to join our group. Here's a link to log your numbers. So you click here. And I will email you every week and say, hey, don't forget to put your numbers in. And you just fill out this form. How many points did you earn? What did you accomplish this week, right? It's really simple. And then right here, join our Online Beauty Biz Facebook group. Most of you are probably in it. But if you're not, be sure to join. We have a party. We have a Facebook party coming up next Tuesday. So you need to be in this group so you can be a part of this party and help grow your business. Okay, so today we're going to talk about Avon online fundraisers and events to grow your Avon business. That party was an event. That was a way you can grow your business online. And I'm going to do these parties. I'm struggling a little bit because I'm having some people that seem to want to take advantage of us. But don't worry about that. We'll work through that. But we're planning on doing this every 2 campaigns. So every other campaign on the even numbered campaign, we'll do a party for you. It will be in the middle of the campaign. Like Tuesday is in the middle of the campaign, and it will be on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, and I will alternate it so that, if the day of the week is a problem, you can maybe catch the next one. But it's a great way for you to join to build your business. Just since I'm talking about it, here in our online beauty biz, so here it is. Here's the invite. This is really important, you guys, how to invite people. Very important. Before inviting anyone, please watch this video. And I'm serious, because if you don't do what I tell you to do in this video, I will not let your guests in. Just telling you that. So here's our group. This is our party group. And this is where the party is going to be. It's a 1-hour party. It's going to be on Tuesday night. at 8 p.m. It's 1 hour. Basically, it's going to be a post every 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. And it's just going to go boom, boom, boom all night. And it's going to be really busy and really fast paced. And you can invite your guests to this, and we will help you get sales. Okay, so that's the party. The one thing I talk about in that video is right here where it says invite members. You can see I'm moving my mouse really fast so you can see. Right here where it says invite members, do not invite members using that link. Please do not. The video I asked you to watch explains why. But do not, because I will not, if you put people in here and you start adding people, I will not allow them in. Just warning you. Okay, so I'm going to get off my high horse. I'm going to come back here and let's talk about fundraising. Because, you know, there's so many organizations that need you right now. Like I said, the American Cancer Society, there's an awful lot of people that are not going to get help from people that have breast cancer. Can you even imagine having to deal with COVID and breast cancer at the same time? Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine. And even people that are having babies right now, it's like, gosh, I would not want to be having a baby when COVID's going on, you know, having to be in the hospital. But there's all kinds of groups. I mean, because no nonprofit, they're all hurting for money because people aren't giving money. So you can use your Avon business to grow your business and to help them. And so that's what we're going to talk about. So an Avon fundraiser is a win-win. Hi, Stephanie. Good to see you. Anitra says, I'm slowly increasing my numbers with that system. Yay!
Good deal.
Go, Anitra. Woohoo. And she says, I need to reread that team plan, that party post so I can plan accordingly. Yes. And it's pinned at the top of the Online Beauty Biz Facebook group, so you can find it. It's pinned there. Awesome. Thank you. So what, by doing an Avon fundraiser, you're giving them your commission. I think most of you know that. I think you realize that. You're basically giving them your commission or a percentage of it. And so it's not like you're going to make a lot of money by doing a fundraiser. But what it is going to do is it's going to give you new people to add to your list, and new people to follow up with, and new people that can become your customers going on, you know, from this point forward. So, you know, I actually have a fundraiser going on right now for making strides against breast cancer, and any people that, and the American Cancer Society is promoting it for me because the money's going to go to them. But any customers I get through that will be my customers. Now, if they already have an Avon rep, they will get their credit for their sales will go to the fundraiser, but they won't lose their rep. I mean, I don't take them away from their rep. That's the cool thing. Avon has it set up that way. So let's just say if Richard already has Anitra as his rep and he buys from my Avon fundraiser, my fundraiser will get the credit, but Anitra will still be his rep, and he won't receive any emails from me as far as Avon goes. So, but if Richard is not associated with another rep, then he now becomes my customer, and he's in my customers in avonnow.com. I can use the promotion tool to send him promotions. I can get him a brochure every campaign. I can add him to all my follow-ups to my system, and he becomes my customer. And so, yeah, I might not have made any money or made very little during the time of this actual fundraiser, but he will be my customer ongoing, and hopefully over the course of the year, I'll earn money, right? So the first thing is you want to find an organization to support. So who needs money? What's your passion? You know, everybody has passion. Maybe it's dogs. Maybe it's the Humane Society. Maybe it's I don't know, like Children's Hospital. You know, that kind of a thing. Or it doesn't even matter. Your passion could be botany. It could be anything. Whatever your passion is. If there's a nonprofit associated with that, you can help them. There's seniors, what's Meals on Wheels? They probably need help too right now. There's the American Red Cross. There's, big organizations, but there's also local organizations. You probably have, food banks that could sure use money right now. Local food banks that are giving tons and tons and tons of food away for free to people because everybody's starving, right? So there's all kinds of local organizations. Maybe there's a nonprofit through your church, you know. You just let your imagination go wild. And I put in here 30 million. I guess I was wrong. But, you know, schools are getting ready to reopen in Utah. It's a mix. Some school districts are 100% opening 5 days a week, and some are partial online and partial live, but they don't have the funds to do it safely. Teachers don't have. Gosh, you can even do a fundraiser for a teacher or for a classroom to raise money for the things that teacher needs to be safe, like masks and antibacterial gel and whatever she needs to be safe. Teachers don't have enough money to take care of their classrooms, even when there's not a coronavirus going on. So it's even worse now. And so, just use your imagination. Make a list of every organization or make a list of everyone. Yeah, there you go. Sherry says, let's see, we actually have a whole bunch. Anitra says, Karen says, bird rescues. Mm-hmm. Anitra says, the National Federation of the Blind. Yeah, mm-hmm. Is that, well, obviously that's one of your passions, Anitra. Mm-hmm. So why not do a fundraiser for them, right? Sherry, how about this one? Families that need help. You mm-hmm. can do it doesn't have to be a nonprofit. You can do a fundraiser for a family. If you can tie in with a nonprofit, though, I don't want this to sound bad. Obviously, you want to do everything you can to help. And if you can get a whole bunch of people to rally together to help a family, that's amazing. But sometimes if you can do it with a nonprofit, they have an email list, a pretty good size email list of their normal donors that they can then send out your fundraiser to and get their donors to support it. Okay? Sports. Sherry says sports. Tequila. Breast cancer. Yes. Breast cancer. So there's all different things, So it's a great way. It's a great way that so the American Cancer Society Making Strides Against Breast Cancer, they sent out an email on Friday for me saying, hey, we need support. We need money. I know you're struggling to donate right now, but wouldn't it be cool if you could just purchase the products that you use anyway and have the proceeds come to us? So people, Avon has products people use every day, so they can support their charity by simply shopping for their everyday beauty and personal care products. What do we have, you guys? We have shampoo, we have skincare, obviously, and fragrance and gifts and all that, but we have a lot of new stuff. We have shampoos, we have face masks and hand sanitizers and all kinds of safety products. We have food. We have ramen noodles. They just added, I don't know if you know, they just added cheese ramen and rice, cooked rice. So they have food items. They have toothpaste, about 20 zillion different kinds of toothpaste. I can't even keep up with it all. Yeah. And toothbrushes. Yeah. They have baby products. They have medicine cabinet products. What else? I mean,
kids line. There's some kids products, new kids.
All of this stuff that people use anyway, and they're going to have to buy anyway. Why not let the proceeds of that go to the organization that you're supporting, right? And the advantage of working with the organization is you have the power of their email list and their contacts. Or you can host a give back fundraiser yourself. This is where you pick an organization to support yourself. It might be an organization or a cause that you really care about, you're passionate about. And this could be for a family too, and so this one is what I like about doing a give back is this is where you're going to make posts on social media and you're going to say, I'm feeling blessed. I want to give back. I'm going to give back whatever, 20% of all of the sales of this fundraiser will go to this organization, and this is why, because look what they'll get out of it. And and you don't need permission to do something like that. I did one last year for Hope Lodge, which is tied to the American Cancer Society, but it's here in Salt Lake. It's almost like a hotel in a way, where
for cancer patients,
patients and their families, so that they have a place to live while they're going through treatments. And I've done them for, we go to bingo. We do gay bingo. That's shut down right now because of coronavirus. But that's the gay bingo every month is a fundraiser for a different organization. Like we have the Great Dane Society, and we have, Camp Kobe, and all these different local nonprofits. And so along with that, I do a give back. I say, okay, I'm here supporting this fundraiser, but I'm going to top it up. I'm going to give 20% of all my sales this month through this fundraiser link to this organization. You don't need their permission for that. You're basically just making a donation. And trust me, when you show up at the organization with a check, they're not going to turn it away. So you don't need their permission. It's just something you're doing. But the cool thing is that it's better than saying, it's a little easier sell rather than saying, buy my stuff, buy my stuff, buy my stuff. Instead, you're posting on Facebook, hey, I want to give back. This month, if you buy through this link, all purchases, a percentage of these purchases will go to the Great Dane Society, or the Humane Society, or whatever it is that you choose that you want to give back to. So, but there's a couple of things. I went into some detail on here, and so you can always watch this video over, or you can read this blog post, because there's some things you need to consider. And also, Avon's changed the way they do fundraisers, because Avon changed the way they pay commission starting this year, right? Used to be that if you had a registered fundraiser, you automatically made 50%. That's not true anymore. Fundraisers are based on your earnings level. So whatever your earnings level is, you're going to get that same earnings on a fundraiser. Doesn't matter. There's no special earnings on fundraisers. So this kind of goes in. Don't consider fundraising as a way to help you earn more money now. Instead, because you're giving a large part of your earnings to the organization, so instead, this is a way that you're going to pick up new customers, which you can add into your follow-up system. And of course, everybody that places a system, if they become your customer, if they're new, they'll be added to your address book on Avon now. So make sure that they are, because if they're not added, actually it will say, and you'll get an email saying you got a new customer in this fundraiser, but it's not going in your address book because it's already attached to a rep. So you don't want to add those to your follow-up. But all the ones that are being added to your Avon Now address book, you want to add them to your follow-up system. Get them brochures, or text them brochures, or whatever you want to do, but get them so you're on that system, so you're following up with them every campaign. And then this is really, really important. Be careful how much money you're going to offer the organization. So your earnings are the same from Avon, whether you're doing a fundraiser or not. So it's important to take that into consideration. Also, it's important to take into consideration that you are going to have to pay shipping on any orders over $60. If a customer's order is over $60, they get free shipping. So you can build those shipping costs into the percentage, or you can handle them separately. There's not any right or wrong way to handle it. It's totally up to you and the organization. And it might be different with each individual organization depending on who you're talking to. It's up to you what you want to give them. You might give this organization 20%. You might give this organization 10. There's nothing that says you have to be the same, right? And because it's an online fundraiser and the organization doesn't have to do any work, they don't have to collect money, they don't have to deliver products, they're going to be more likely to be happy with a smaller percentage. For those of you that have been around for a long time, you'll know, I know Sherry's been around, and I don't know who else, but if you've been around for a long time, you'll remember the days when we did like school fundraisers, and we would do a $7,000 fundraiser for a school, and we would take each student would bring in the orders and the money, and we would collect it all. We'd pick it all up from the school, and we would place the order, and then we would bag it all up and take it to the school, and then the school would deliver it, and they'd make 40%. We'd usually keep 10% and give them 40. Well, they did a lot of work to earn that 40%. They had to collect the orders from the students and get them in a way that they can be given to you. And then they had to deliver the products back to the students so they could be delivered to the customers that ordered them. And so if they're not having to do that, if it's all online, you could say, I'm going to give you back 10%. And they'd be really happy with that. So you have to think about that, okay? So let's look at the situation depending on your sales level. So if you're a contender, if you're new with Avon, you haven't reached Premier yet, you're earning 25% on beauty and jewelry and 20% on fashion and home. So I would suggest, and this totally, again, you can do what you want to do, but I would suggest you order maybe 15% on beauty and 10% on fashion, which means you're making about 10% for yourself on the fundraiser, but also you're going to let the organization know that you'll need to deduct shipping expenses from the total earnings. So if they had a big fundraiser and that fundraiser raised, $500, but you had 4 orders that had $60 shipping, that would be $240 you would have to deduct from the $500 before you paid them. Because, I'm not saying that you should do this to lose money, right? So like here it says, if you gave let's say, for example, let's say that the organization has a $600 fundraiser your earnings would be about $150. And I'm basing this on 25%. Okay, so if you earn 25% of $600, that would be about $150. If you gave the organization 15%, you would owe them $90. So 150 minus 90 is what?
$60.
$60. But let's say 3 of the orders were over $60 and you had to pay 3 $8 shipping charges for a total of $24. So that 90 minus the $24, you would pay $66 to the organization. So be really careful that you don't offer the organization more than you're going to make, because the idea is not to lose money, right? And I want to tell you, I get a lot of online orders, and they don't all order $60. You'd be amazed. I had an order, I'm not kidding, what was it? $6? I had an order. It was like $6.99.
It was $3.99.
Oh, I had one for $3.99.
Yeah.
That's right. They paid the customer paid $8 to get a $3.99 item, but the order was $3.99. I get a lot of orders that are $20, $30, $40, and the customer's paying their own shipping. And I get orders that are $60 and up, and I have to pay shipping on them. So you won't have to pay shipping on every order. But this is, if you're a contender, this is where you would be. So you made $90. You paid $24 and for shipping, and you paid $66 to the organization. So what is that? That means 90 minus
Or you broke even.
24 equals minus 66. You literally made zero.
You broke even.
You made zero.
But you have a customer list now.
But you now have customers. Exactly. Yeah. Okay, so let's say that you're President's Club. I know this is a lot of math, and I know I'm throwing this at you, but you can come back through this post, okay? But if you're President's Club, you're earning 40% on beauty and jewelry and 25% on fashion and home. So if you offered 25% on beauty and 10% on fashion for this fundraiser, this is what it would look like. So if you had a $60 order from a customer, your earnings would be about $24. You would give 25% of that $60 to the organization, which is $15. And if you covered the shipping of $8, you would be left with $1 in earnings. So that's where you have to be careful, because even if you're at 40% earnings, a 25% fundraiser, if you're giving 25% to the fundraiser, you could end up with $1 out of a $60 order. Again, not every fundraiser order is going to qualify for free shipping. And if you had two $30 orders, you wouldn't have to pay that shipping, right? So you would make $9 basically. So say the organization has a $600 fundraiser, and your earnings would be about $240. That's based on full earnings products, jewelry and beauty. And if you gave the organization 25%, you would owe them $150. Out of that, 90 is left, and you would need to cover shipping. So you might make a little bit of money, but not much. Or you could tell the organization, and you would set this up front, not after the fact, but when you tell them, I'm going to give you 25%, but I'm going to need to deduct shipping from there because I have to pay for that. So that case, if you deducted the shipping from the amount that you gave the organization, that $150, then you would earn the 90. So how much you offer is up to you. You could do 25, 20, 15, you could do 10, Again, don't offer the organization more than you're going to make. So if you're Rose Circle or above, you're earning 45% and 25% on the fixed earnings on fashion and home. So again, if you ordered 25% on beauty and 10% on fashion, it would be like this. On a $60 order, your earnings would be about $27. If you give 25% of $60, that would be $15 you're giving to the organization. And if you covered the shipping of $8, that would leave you with $4. And if you set it up with them that we're going to deduct shipping from the total amount of the fundraiser, then you obviously would make 8 plus 4 is 12, right, off of that order. So with that same $600 order, your earnings would be about $270. If you gave the organization 25%, you would owe them $150. That would leave you with $120 left, and you would need to cover shipping, right? So you might make a little bit of money. Depends on how many orders are over $60. So again, like I said, not every order is going to be $60 to get free shipping. Quite a few are less. Quite a few are $25 to $30, really. You could offer less. You could say, I'll pay the shipping, but offer them less. Offer them 10%, right? Or offer them 5% or whatever. It's totally up to you what you want to offer. It's give back money. So, I mean, I was actually talking to a teacher not too long ago, and we were talking about giving 10% to her for her classroom. This was last year when school was in session, and we were talking about giving her 10% of any sales that came through, and then she would send out an email to all of her parents of her students saying, we're doing a fundraiser for the classroom. You know, if you purchase anything, then we would get the proceeds, right? And I was afraid that I wasn't giving her too much, and she was ecstatic. She was ecstatic, and I'm like, why? Why are you so ecstatic about 10%? Because I was a little upset because Avon had taken away the ability to earn 50% on a fundraiser, and so I felt like I wasn't doing enough for this teacher. You know, that was me. That was just me feeling bad about something that I shouldn't have been feeling bad about, okay? But I'm telling you the story because you might be in the same boat that I was in. So I was like feeling bad about giving her 10%, and I said, why do you think 10% is so good? And she goes, are you kidding me? She goes, I have an Amazon give back that if my students, if their parents buy from Amazon, I get a percentage of all the purchases, and it's 0.10%. It's not even 1%. It's a tenth of 1% that I get back. And so over the whole course of the year, I might get $10 if I'm lucky. So she was ecstatic about 10% of all the sales. So got to put it in perspective. Like I said, they don't have to do anything. All they have to do is send out an email, or maybe you could create a flyer for them that they could take home, that they could send home with the students if you were doing it in a classroom. And or you did a school, and the school could send out an email to all the parents. And just by sending out that email maybe once or twice throughout the fundraiser, they're going to earn some money back and it's all going to be online sales. Products ordered from Avon, it's shipped directly to the customer. It goes into the fundraiser, and then you will write a check to them for the amount they earned.
Yeah, you do want their buy-in though, because without them getting behind it and really pushing and getting it out to all the parents or the kids and stuff, it's not going to be successful. Because the more they push it, the more money they're going to make, and that's the whole thing.
Right? Because it's their list, and it's their it's the students and the parents know them, and so if they're saying, hey, if you buy the products you're already using, shampoo and conditioner and toothpaste, if you buy from our fundraiser, we will get the proceeds. It will go to your child's classroom. That means a lot more to those parents than hearing something from me who they've never heard of.
Mm-hmm. It gets them excited, and that's what they want. That's what you want them to do, and that's what they want to do, to make money. I think Anitra said something else.
Yeah, Anitra said, I think I would start small with 10%. That's absolutely up to you. You can do whatever you want. I gave you the breakdowns at the different sales levels. See, what I want you to understand, if you're only earning 25% and you gave 25%, by the way, on a fundraiser, you can say X on beauty and jewelry and X on fashion and home. So you could give 10% on beauty and jewelry and 5% on fashion and home, and Avon will automatically calculate that, okay? But if you're earning 25% and you give 25%, and then you have to pay out, let's say, $3 $8 charges for shipping, you just cost yourself $24 because you're not making enough, right? So I just want you to understand how this works. This is not for you to make money. This is for you to grow. This is for you to do good, because now you can come from your heart. You can do good. You can give back. How cool is that you have the ability to do that? But also, you're not going to make money from it, but you're going to get new customers. It's a way to expand your reach. It's a way to take your daily 8 system. And it's a way to get, add people to your list and get a brochure to every customer and do your follow-ups and all that. Okay. So it's a way to continue to work your daily 8 program and continue to grow your business. You have anything you want to add to all that?
No, I'll add something at the end. I have something to say.
Okay. Well, the only other thing thing I have, and I don't have a lot of detail, is you can do online events. So, and this is literally to your imagination. You can host an online bingo party or a Zoom party. I have not done one, but there is a website like My Free Bingo Cards. I have not used it. I have not tried it, but I've heard a lot of good things about doing like that, like online bingo with your guests. Lynn Bardowski's a friend of mine. She does a lot of online training as far as how to do Facebook parties and stuff like that. She has a great tutorial on how to make your own bingo cards where you can put them around your Avon products. So you can use a list of words like anew, Isinox, Chi hair care. You could create a whole list of words of your Avon products, and you could create bingo cards with the list of words at the bottom, and your guests would put them on the card where they want, and then send you a picture of it before the bingo game starts, so that you've got proof of what their card looked like before they call bingo, right? And that's a way to do it. You can do this on Zoom. You can sign up for Zoom, and it's free for 40 minutes. You can have as many as you want, calls for 40 minutes for free. Or if you pay for Zoom, it's only like $15 a month, and you can have unlimited. But, use your imagination. Here's an article from Good Housekeeping I found with 10 fun games to play on Zoom. It has crazy things on here, like Cards Against Humanity, how to play it on Zoom, bingo, categories, most likely to, this is a drinking game, trivia, name, place, animal, thing. So there's all kinds of things you can do. Now, obviously, these are probably more for families and friends, but you could adapt these to Avon. If you take a little bit of time and effort and get on Canva, you can make your own stuff on Canva for free. So you could adapt these to Avon, and you could create images and stuff. So, or use your imagination, right? I mean, I put on here, what other ideas can you come up with? Please share your thoughts. If you have ideas, share them. And then, of course, we have our Facebook party on Tuesday. So be sure to be there, be on time. And it's going to be fast-paced. And hey, let me tell you, if you have not been to a Facebook party of mine, some other companies do like week-long Facebook parties, and I just don't think they're a good idea. That's just for me. I mean, that might work for you, but for me, I just don't think it's a good idea, because people are like, they're getting bugged with notices every day, and they're like, wow, how long is this going to go on, Whereas mine, they know it's an hour. They know they should be there in front of their computer from Utah time, 6 o'clock till 7 o'clock at night. Those posts will be every couple of minutes. They will be, and I want you to not get frustrated, because the posts come up and you haven't had a chance to even read the prior one. You have to refresh your screen, and all of our posts are numbered. So it's going to say post number 1 something, post number 2 something. So don't worry if you get behind. Don't let yourself get frustrated, because it's not a big deal. If it takes you a little longer to go through it than the hour, it's not a big deal. So just don't let yourself get frustrated, especially if this is your first party. Just let it, just kind of be there and learn how it's working, right?
Yeah, it's a learning curve on the first time you do it. I was kind of lost too, but I kind of got the feel for it, and it's fun and exciting, and moves along really quickly. But it's fun. I think Sherry had a question.
Okay, Sherry says
toy.
The toy this year for fundraisers. Are we going to have a stuffed animal? I don't know, Sherry.
I haven't heard, yeah.
Sherry, they don't tell me what they're doing. I will tell you. I have been in some groups where we've talked about those toys and how to handle them. If you're going to do an online fundraiser, the toy stuffed animal is going to be really tough if you are going to be giving them all to an organization. Like, say you're giving them to Primary Children's Hospital. It would almost be like you'd have to do an online fundraiser and ask each guest to ship it to your address. So they could place the order online. They could pay for it online, and they could do a ship to at your address, so all of the toys come to your house so that you could deliver them. Or it would have to be something that's done with the flyer, like the way we've done them in the past, right? We pass out the flyer, and they write on the back of the flyer how many they want, and they pay for it. So that's, but I haven't heard anything. The current one, I actually just looked up Finley this morning, Finley the Fox, because I had another rep asking me about it, and it's effective through campaign 19. So there might be a new one coming out, campaign 20, because then we're going to be heading towards the holidays. So okay. And that is all messed up. Sorry. I'm not sure what you're talking about.
She's talking about
I know
she
you
didn't write it
struggled
right.
a little with the part. Oh,
No,
really?
she's just saying she didn't ask about the fundraiser right.
Oh, well,
It's a mixed up sentence. We got it.
And breast cancer. Yeah, exactly. And Anitra said, this will be my first online party all around. Anitra, that's going to be true for you too, because I know you have a hard time seeing.
Mm.
And so these posts are going to be pretty fast. So don't allow yourself to get frustrated. Just say, okay, this is post number 1. Look for post number 2. And it's easier. I will warn you guys, it can be done on your phone, but it's much easier on a computer.
Yes.
And then you're in the group. You actually go, let me see if I go to Facebook and I go in the group. And you're in the group, and you're going to want to hit refresh like every couple of minutes, because it's going to, like down here, you'll get a little notification. Avon Back to the 80s Team Facebook Party, new post, right? You can click on that, but you can keep clicking on the title here or on discussion to refresh it. See how it refreshes it? So that you'll see the new posts. So that's going to be important, because you're going to want to see. You'll get a notification if you have your notifications turned on. You'll get a notification that there's a new post, but you'll want to keep clicking either discussion or back to the title, or if you're on a phone, especially. I can't pull it up right now. For some reason, this lags for me. There's a little like a refresh. If you're on your well, actually, there's a little refresh up here in your browser. The arrow that goes like this, that's refresh. And if you're on your phone, you'll want to refresh it a lot, especially on your phone. So, but again, if for some of you, if this is your first party, then it's a learning experience. Don't panic, okay? And just be upbeat, positive. Let's have some fun. There's going to be a lot of people in there. There's already 69 members in this group. So there's going to be a lot of people, and there's going to be a lot of people commenting and posting. And the whole idea is, if you have guests in there, make sure that you're interacting with your guests. You should be interacting with everybody in the party, but especially with your guests. You could say something like, hey Mary, that would be perfect for Brian. You know what I'm saying? Like if you know that the product that I'm showing would be perfect for her son, Brian, you could say that. Hey Mary, and tag her and say, this would be perfect for Brian, right? Because you're having that conversation with her. And then no links. Please do not put your online store in this group at all. No links at all. You can send a private message. So you actually can click. Let me see. If you hover over somebody's name, there's a little message button, and you can send a message. Okay? Or have another window open and have your messenger open. But do not put your online store link in here, because there's going to be lots of guests that are going to be from other representatives that are not your customers. And I don't want anybody getting confused and ordering from the wrong store. So that's why we're going to have no links. So I hope that all makes sense. Okay, that's all I have. So Richard, do you have something you want to add?
Go back to the daily 8, the spreadsheet.
This?
This? Yeah, just so people don't get, to give you a perspective again. It's back to, how do you eat an elephant? You eat it one bite at a time. But look, I want you to think of this daily 8 is like, what if you had a job and you had to go to work 8 hours a day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and you had 40 hours a week, and on Monday you went to work for 2 hours, and then you said, I don't feel like working anymore, and you went home. You would only make 2 hours worth of work, 2 hours worth of pay. On Tuesday, you say, wow, yesterday was so much fun being off all afternoon. I'm going to be off the whole day. You don't do anything. And the whole week goes on, and you work an hour or two this day, and then you say, oh, Friday's here. I don't want to work. I want an early weekend. And so you've only worked about 5 hours at work. You're only going to get paid for 5 hours of work if you don't get fired in the first place. But the thing that's beautiful about network marketing and building an Avon business is that you can fit an hour, or you can fit a lot of these tasks into 15-minute, half-hour, 1 hour slots throughout the day, and you get really big bang for your buck. you go out for half an hour and say you collected 6 names.
That's 2 points.
That'd be 2 points. And not only that, but you'd be growing. And if you could do that a half an hour every day for 5 days, you'd have a whole slug of customers by the end of the week. And then you need to do the other follow-up process on it and everything else. So the thing is, this isn't the same as working a 40-hour work week. It's getting points for things that are really beneficial and help grow your business. And they're really easy to do. You can fit them into your lifestyle now. That's the neat thing about network marketing or about Avon, is that you can fit this in with your other job. Or if you're laid off from your job right now, you could really go gangbusters on this and really try to grow your business now while you have the time. Or, if you're having to homeschool the kids, you can pick the times that you can break away for a while and do your Avon business. Well, that's the beauty of it.
Yeah. And a lot of these things don't take a lot of time. Like Richard said, you should be able to get 6 names in half an hour if you go out and work it. Prospecting for team members, you could be doing, there's different things you could do, going out and talking to people or prospecting like on Facebook. Like we talked before about joining groups that you're things you're interested in, like say you like to knit, then join a knitting group. And I don't mean go in there and throw up on them about your business, but go in there and build relationships, talk about knitting, build relationships. Get away from Avon for a minute and just talk about knitting, and then start to build a relationship with them, and then take it to a private message and then say, oh, by the way, I sell Avon. Would you like a brochure? Right? Some of this stuff, follow up with potential customers 2 to 3 days after meeting them. If you met 3 people 2 days ago, it's only going to take you 2 minutes to text 3 people. So there you go. You got a point for 2 minutes worth of work, right? Get a brochure to every customer. If you're using Campaign Mailer, then it's literally a matter of less than 2 minutes. Because if you're putting the names in every day as you get them, when it comes time to order your brochures, you just edit your label because you want the dates of that campaign on there, and then you click send. And so again, 2 minutes. So a lot of these things don't take time. They don't take a lot of time. And so your goal, like Richard said, if you're working a job 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, that's 40 hours. Well, the key here, the goal is to get 40 points. You want to try to get 8 points a day, 5 days a week. So we have some more people.
Yeah.
Could you show us how it should be filled out? Well, Denise, it's like, okay, day 1, you could put Monday up here. And if you went prospecting for customers, 1 point for every 3 names. So if you got 3 names, you're going to write a 1 there. If you got 6 names, you're going to write a 2 there. If you got 9 names, you're going to write a 3 there, right? And then did you get 3 names that might be interested in recruiting? You could put a 1 there. If you followed up, you could put a 1 there. And then you're just going to add them together at the total at the bottom. And then day 2 would be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Maybe you don't want to work on Wednesday. So maybe it's Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Whatever days you want to work, that's what you'll put up here. You'll total them at the bottom. And then how many points did you get out of 40? That's it. And then when you go to submit that, click here to log your numbers. Then you put your email address, your name, the current campaign. How many points did you earn this week? Well, you let's say you earned 6 points this day and you earned 2 points that day, that's 8, and you earned 8 points that way, that's 16. So maybe let's say you had 24 points. Your weekly total was 24. So you're just going to go in here. How many points did you earn? 24. And then what were your wins this week? What did you accomplish, or what did you do really well or that you're proud of? That's just an answer. What did you do good? Tell me what you did good. And if you didn't do something so good, what was that? And how could it be better next time? Not a judgment thing. We're not looking to judge. We're not looking to make you feel bad. We're just saying, wow, I really could have spent a little more time, or I really could have done this. And next week, I'm going to do that. Now, if you think, well, I could have spent some more time, but I have no intention of spending more time, then there's no reason to even put it on there. So I'm not looking to say you screwed up or you did something wrong. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for, did you learn something? Is there something that you think, wow, I should have probably done this and I'll make up for it next week, right?
Yeah, we did. The story that Lynn's told us that one time we just accidentally went in to give out brochures in a hospital, and we went up to the top floor, and we were on the 5th floor, and we went down to the 4th floor, and there's a lady that says, you can't do this here. So again, we're leaving, and luckily we were at the top already. So we just went down 1 floor. It looked like we were leaving, but we went from the 4th floor, went to the stairs, and went down to the 3rd floor and started doing it again. And that's a lesson that we tend to learn whenever we screw something up or we see something that's a problem, we find a workaround. That's a learning lesson, and I love things like that. It's like we learned to not hand books to people going into a store. We handed books to people coming out of the store.
Why is that?
Because as they go into the store, they may be throwing those books all over the place inside, and you may get the store manager coming out and saying, where are all these books coming from? What are you doing here? But if you hand it to them coming out, people are usually more relaxed. They've done their shopping. They're all settled down, and they're heading on the way home. And you'll hand them a book. Oh, Avon, yeah. Well, look at this one after I put the groceries there when I get home. And it's more of an even flow. And it's just learning lessons.
Yeah. Because we learned that if you give it to them going into the store, they leave them in the carts or they throw them on the floor, and then the store manager's out. What are you doing? Right? Yeah. So then it's just, that's it, and then is it okay to use your name? Because I might post in the group, hey, Denise did this. I'm so proud of her. Right? Is that okay for me to say that? Right? And then I need your contact information. I only need your contact information the first time you fill this out. You don't need to give it to me every time, but please make sure you give it to me the first time you fill it out so I have it. Because I send cards out, and I might send you prizes and gifts and stuff, and I can't do that if I don't have your information. So Denise, I hope that helped answer your question. And then Anitra, it will be a balancing act when school starts again, but I know it can be done. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, put it in your calendar. That's the best thing. Put things in your calendar. Keep a calendar.
Aaron, where do I find this doc again? I stepped away from my computer a minute. Okay, Aaron, if you go to onlinebeautybiz.com, there's lots of ways to get to it. This post right here using online fundraisers, if you click on it, and it's right here, print this sheet and use it to track your weekly points. So if that's not there, though, on the right-hand side is a listing, and there's your daily 8 system. And in this right here is all the different posts that we've done about the daily 8 system, and every one of them have a link to that form. Okay, so I hope that helps. And Denise, I think I filled it out wrong. Well, do you feel better about it now? I hope that I helped you understand it.
Next time you won't fill it out wrong. You'll learn.
Thank you guys. I guess so. She's got it. I guess.
Yeah,
Thank you for all you do. Thank you, Denise. So you're going to be an expert at filling out the form.
There you go.
Okay, I think that's it. That's all we have for you guys today. Let's come back to us. So our party's on Tuesday. I hope to see you there.
Yes.
Again, don't let yourself get stressed out. If you're in the party and it feels like it's moving too fast, it really does move fast. It really feels like it's fast. It's going to be a combination of images and videos and games to try to keep, we kind of mix it up to try to keep it going, and we keep it moving so no one's going to get bored. But again, if it takes you longer to go through the post, don't worry about it. And you don't have to go through them in order, but they are numbered if you want to go through them in order. And your guests get points for commenting on every post. So especially for your guests, they might want to go through them by number so they make sure they see everyone. But that's it. So I will look forward to seeing you 6 o'clock on Tuesday, Utah time. That's 8 o'clock Eastern time. And I want to thank you for being here. So we will be back next Sunday, same bat time, same bat channel. Go out there and have an amazing week.
Yes, have fun.
By the way, tomorrow night, Monday, is normally would be our Utah sales meeting, but because of COVID, we're still not doing a live meeting. So we will be doing a Zoom meeting. So you should have gotten an email on Friday about that with a link to the Zoom call. But that's tomorrow night at 6:30 Utah time. That would be 8:30 Eastern. But because it's on Zoom, you don't have to be in Utah. You can be anywhere. So be sure to be on our Zoom call tomorrow night, Monday.
Bring your questions because it's all open for you.
Yeah, that our Zoom call has no agenda. It's geared to who's on the call and what kind of help they need. And so 6:30 Utah time, 8:30 Eastern. And then Tuesday is our party. Okay? So, Anitra, wow, we got, okay. Aaron says thank you. Sherry says thank you. Anitra says thank you. Sherry gives us a bunch of hearts.
Dagita said thank you.
And Tequila says thank you. And Shirley says, looking forward to Tuesday. Thank you for everything you do.
Yeah, I think you'll love it.
So thank you guys for being here today. We'll see you next week.
All right. Have a good evening. Good week.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.